Good morning. It is 6:18 a.m. on Monday, January 11th, 2021. Just double checking to make sure my audio is working. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes earlier than has been standard recently because this week I'm back in the office. Got some testing to do that needs to be done there. Made arrangements for Rocket to be at doggy daycare during the day this week, and so we tried that out on Friday. It worked just fine. So that's the plan for today. He's sacked out already this morning. I think me getting up and starting to move around so early, he had him a little bit like unsure. It's like, what's going on here? This is different than usual. I actually didn't have a hard time getting up this morning. I think because of just anticipating ahead of time there's a little bit of anxiety about this week just because it's important, and so I've been thinking about it for a long time, and so there's a little bit of like I actually woke up a couple of times earlier just sort of anticipating I need to get up early, and my body kept sort of saying, now? What about now? 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 Okay. No, no. All right. But now? But I did manage to go to bed at a reasonable hour, and so that helped. And so yeah, I'm doing okay right now. We'll see how I'm feeling at around like 2 p.m. But yeah, so that's the plan. I've got things pretty settled. I actually did have some slightly unsettling dreams. I finished Witcher 3 Blood and Wine expansion yesterday and got the good ending. And I hadn't looked up anything about the different endings before I got there, but have since looked up to see what might have happened if I had made different choices. And pretty satisfied with my ending. It was a very good expansion and a good game. I'm glad though to kind of be done with it, just to move on, just because that was a long game. It was a lot of stuff. So I noticed when I was kind of glancing around the PlayStation Holiday Sale that Bloodborne was on sale. So I did pick that up because I've been curious about it before. That's kind of uh, if you've heard of, Demon Souls or Dark Souls, it's one of those kinds of games, kind of a spooky gothic horror vibe to it. And I don't know about it. I'm generally speaking not sure about those games. I played it a fair amount like last night, but I just kept getting frustrated because it's hard. And I don't know, like if people are experienced, play tons of those games, I don't know, like you're going to tell me that's not hard enough or something. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm not going to try to claim that like, oh, I'm the expert and this game is just too hard. But it was hard enough that I was not really having fun by the end of that run, and so I stopped. But as I've mentioned before, sometimes when I play games, especially if they get me a little frustrated right before bed, I sometimes have dreams along those lines. And I did this time, but I actually, when I sort of woke up from having those sort of unsettling gothic horror frustration dreams, I actually sort of soothed myself back to sleep by thinking about the Christmas sci-fi story that Mark Kilfoyle did on his podcast, Wandering Out Loud for Christmas, had like a special series, and he did in 12 chapters a story called A Visitor for Christmas, where it's set in the future on an Ark ship, but it's like you blend those Christmas Hallmark movies with The Expanse or something like that, and I don't know. I dug it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was very sweet, and just that sort of sweet, earnest, magic is real, or is it? Or, I don't know. But that sort of tone was just the right thing to help me kind of soothe some of those frustration dream vibes. So yeah, you should check that story out if you feel like you want a sweet Christmas sci-fi story. Yeah, that I'll maybe I'll put a link to that in the thingy, the notes. But in the meantime, I've got to finish getting ready for work, so I will leave it there, and I will talk to you all tomorrow for 5 more minutes.